Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Lilivete channel. Hello, hello. How is everybody in the world today in Philippine time and tonight or afternoon in your time. So hello, hello. How is your day? Have you been eating your dinner, your lunch, your breakfast? So I had a good breakfast, American breakfast, at the same time Filipino breakfast. Okay. So I enjoy my breakfast because it's Sunday here in the Philippines. So every weekend I have a special breakfast. So we don't really often to eat that. All right. So my breakfast is very good. So I try not to eat a lot of rice. Oh my God, my God, my God. Because I don't want to become a Shirley. Shirley. You know what the Shirley means, guys? For those Filipino. Shirley. So, by the way, the weather here is good. It's not as humid, very nice because we're in the rainy season. Abby the Explorer, hello. Thank you for coming, Abby. So, by the way, guys, for those who wants to enter the dragon. So, link the, I gonna link, huh? No, I gonna post the link. Okay. So, because this is very, very interesting topics that we're gonna talk. Okay, hold on, guys. Good morning, too. So, hi, Bob. Okay. So, I have to get the link. So, the subject that I'm going to um, discuss is this is very common here in the Philippines, but uh, when I search that, two things that you have to consider that good gossip and bad gossip. Okay. So we call that, in slang word, marites or chismis. Chismis, chismis. But anyway, I'm not really into that because I've been experienced a lot that by gossip, I found out that these people making gossip on me, like particularly in other channel, making gossip on me in other channel that I don't do nothing for. I never done wrong to them. So they do gossip. It just like suddenly some person tells me, oh, this person make gossip on you, and then I'm just surprised. But it's not my personality that make patol, what do you call that, make patol in English, that you're really into that. Okay, but I'm not, because it's according how, well, because for me it's useless to make patol with this person that you can get nothing. Actually, I make patol, but I'm going to hit their pocket, as simple as that. As simple as that. As long as I can ignore that BS that they're talking online, who cares? But I'm not gonna attack you saying anything online, all right? But get ready, I'm gonna hit your pocket if you understand what I mean. So that's very common, particularly, okay, women, not all, but majority of women here in the Philippines, they love gossip, gossip, marites, chismes. Not only here in the Philippines, I experience also some Western men, they do gossip on me, but I don't really want to make battle for them because they're nothing to me. They're nothing to me. Okay. They're nothing to me. Hi, Kiss. Thank you for coming, Kiss. Oh, Kiss, the last time that, I understand, the word that, or, somebody like, you said that you go to other, that you support, but some of their, where are they? Are they support on you? So that's okay. Let me open this, because I know exactly what you mean, Kiss. Okay, because my thought process about that. Hi, Jin. Thank you for coming, Jin. Hello. Happy weekend. So my point of view, okay, because I do also supports other channel, but it's just like, okay, it's not, I'm not really putting in that, personal attack, but it's just like, please use your common sense, use your common sense. If the person do their efforts, do their time to support you, of course you have to, you have to look back also for those people that who supporting you, because it's just like it shows that you like, some people, they love, just take and take, they don't give. All right. So the only thing that I can't go to other channel, but but I have time, I also rewatch their, show and leave comment there, because sometimes, I have things that I've been done, and then, sometimes I cannot really go at the same time, because sometimes, the time schedule, it's same, same. But guys, common sense that, if somebody support you, you have to support them as well. As simple as that. Especially that we're not a big YouTuber. Okay, well, small timer YouTuber, but at the end of the day, they said that the small thing, it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's just like, I don't really understand these people, and I don't really understand these people. Okay, here's my process. If somebody send me a donation, honestly, honestly, I share that also to other, to other bloggers, that they deserve that, and I can see how they handle and how they go to my channel. I share that also donation to them, because I know they deserve, because it's just like the thing that, I'm not here just to give, of course, the production, it costs. There's a cost. So I'm very grateful for those sponsors that send donation to my channel, and I share that. But not all donation that I give to some bloggers, but I have to sit aside also, because this is, I always mention to my channel that I want to build my future studio in the future, because I really want to give a good service, good show. That's my goal. That's why I ask, donation, but it's not necessarily that I'm going to force. It's just like your in kind donation as that. So yeah, that's my point of view for those people that, come on, you have to give and take. Don't don't be so greed. Okay, just you want to take and take, because some people, if they like, if you're good to them, if you're generous to them, they have common sense also to return it back to you. Lilibet, if they gossip, I guess that you're more interesting to talk about than themselves. Not really, but it's just like I really want to share that, because I don't know why some people. That's why I mentioned that gossip. There's two type of gossip that people can make gossip: positive and fake. Fake gossip. Okay, guys, let me drink my water. Why people do gossip? That's the big question. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to say this again. My context is gossip useful in people's daily lives? I'm not talking only here in the Philippines, all over the world who's watching my channel. So this is not specifically for Filipino or in the Philippines, but all over the world. Because not only in the Philippines people do gossip, in other countries as well. And for me, sana all slang. What do you mean sana all slang? Jin, when it comes to our accent, you don't have to be, you don't have to be like, like British, like American. For me, my accent is my accent, like just Filipino accent, because we never know. Some Western people, they attract that, the accent, the tone of our voice. So it just like, when I asked my husband, how is my accent, my tone of my voice, and then he said that, it sounds so sexy. It's not irritated to their, it's not irritated to his ears. Because I don't want to be, I don't want to be copycat. Okay. Because, yeah, at first you can do that. Maybe if I'm stay longer in the States, maybe I can get that some tune of, but I'm still here, Jin, in the Philippines. I'm trying, this is the thing that I always tell to everyone, because they might stick their nose on me, that they think that I'm so brag myself. No, I'm not the brightest bulb in the chandelier, but I have common sense. Okay, so sometimes, even though that you're a smart person, if you're not using your common sense, you're nothing, because you don't see the big picture of it. Okay, Lilibet, there is a positive, negative, constructive, constructive, even fake gossip. Yeah, there's so many type. But actually, um, because I really want to address the constructive gossip, because that's very common here in the Philippines. Constructive gossip and positive gossip. So actually, the fake and the other type of gossip is just like, just it's similarity, but not the same, but similarity. Paano ang Bisaya? Hard to pronounce the word. Well, Actually, this is the thing that, even though here, Jane, when here in Metro Manila, when they hear that, you pronounce, I'm Bisaya too. But when they hear that, well, when I speak Tagalog, it's not really noticeable that I'm Bisaya because, I adopt the accent, the tone here, the Tagalog here in Metro Manila. So I already adopt that. But sometimes, some they really want to insult me. So and then they said, "You're very Bisaya." So what's wrong being Bisaya? What's wrong? So I don't really react. And then I just, I'm just walk out because it's very nonsense. It's very nonsense because here's my thought process that you don't know what I know. Okay, I don't know what you know. Okay, so don't insult other people. It's just like the thing that I don't really like, I don't really like, guys, that people compare me to other people. Absolutely, I don't like. Because I hear that, there's a person that comparing me, but I don't want to mean to that person, but just to let that person know that I don't like. Because you insult my intelligence for that comparing to another person because like I said you cannot I'm generalize this you cannot compare a person to another person because like I said you don't know what that person knows and he don't know what I know. Okay, so we're different. So you can say something, but you cannot compare. Yeah, because like kiss, you want somebody compare yourself to another person. Of course you don't, you don't really comfortable about that, comparing yourself to others. Hello. But okay, so Jean, okay, don't worry about your accent. Just be true to yourself. Act the way you are. Be original no matter what, because fake people, you will know at the end of the day, they cannot maintain that. If they're It's just like telling a lie. So in court, if you telling a lie, you cannot what do you call that, your statement, you cannot really what ay, nako, I forgot the word. You're not consistent of your affidavit, to explain that if you're telling a lie. But if you're honest, no matter what, upside down that they gonna cross, well, I'm not a lawyer, but my sister is a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer that, cross examination, in court. No matter what, if you're honest, your statement is still the same. But if you're telling a lie, you have, they can tell, your facial expression and the way you talk. It's just like Jane, it's just like if you're don't listen to other people that your accent is like that. Who cares? you know it's nice to act that you are okay, than copying other people. So don't feel bad about the accent, Jin. Okay, don't. So okay, for gossip is called dirty laundry in the States. Oh yeah, dirty laundry. Yeah, I think that's the dirty linen. Dirty linen laundry. So yeah, that's that's well, actually, guys, that's why there's so many there's so many things that I can see that each blogger, they have their own style to create context, but it's just like, okay, I think it's time for me to open this context because a lot of people can relate, okay, can relate, but it's just like whether their experience in life to when people do gossip on them or they do gossip as well. So it's just like by experience, okay, by experience, because I do gossip, but that's a very very positive gossip, positive gossip, because one thing that I really don't like, people tell a lie, and I don't lie. That's why a lot of people, they said that my personality is, I have attitude. They said I have attitude, or in Tagalog term, I'm maldita. So maldita word is not Tagalog. That's Spanish. So in Tagalog, masungit. I'm masungit because I'm very outspoken. So if I see you that you're doing not good, and and I don't like the way the way that you treated me, I'm gonna say that in your in your face, because what's the use of what's the use of not be honest. But some people, they're used to tell a lie. They have it's just like I mentioned that the last week, my content, that people do sweet tongue or honey tongue. So gossip pa more. So actually, I'll gonna read some of the gossip. What's the gossip na yan. So the question is, why people? Okay, let me fix my headset. Why people do? Why people do gossip? In what reason? So many reason, guys. Hi, Shansi Adams. Hello. Because actually, some of people that I really, could, and I know what they're saying. That I can tell that they're not honest to me. They're not honest to me. It's just like they fake their their friendship to me because of that good gossip that I receive from other people. It's just like I think God's will. Oh my God, God's will. So sorry, because well, they said that no matter what, you don't really put your in God. But that's God's will that I know. So that when I know that person is just like I do some question, and to, but I can tell that they're not really honest to themselves. So it's just like it's easy for me to keep distance. I don't say anything, okay, but I just do keep distance because it's just like, what's the use? What's the use of being with that person, and then after after you share your story to that person, and then when you turn your back, they're gonna tell to other people. So it's just like you have no privacy for that. So that's, that's very, very, for me it's very private. Hello, Ate. Hi, Leila. Thank you for coming. So, Lai, which one of gossip you really like? The constructive, gawa-gawa lang na chismis, or positive gossip? Which one you prefer? So you think that it can benefit your daily lives? Daily lives. How is the weather in Iloilo? But here, in Parañaque, particularly, Parañaque is very nice. I love, it's not hot. You can go outside, that enjoy, the rainy breeze. It's that summer breeze. Actually, it reminds me of that song, because last summer we always, if I go on the laundry cage, I always sing that summer breeze. So very nice song. Lila, you want to join with me? Okay. So I'm going to post the link pala. I forgot. I'm too talkative. I forgot the the link. Ay nako. I notice people will ask question fishing for information to use against you or others. Yeah, exactly, Sean Z. Adams. Because I think because of jealousy thing. Hold on, guys. Let me, for those interested to join. Oh, yeah. Oh, another sister of Isa. Oh my God. Ah, okay. Well, ang dami nyo kasi. Anyway, I know that you are, the sister of Isa. Okay. Ano pala, bunso pala si Laila. Okay. Do you have, do you have channel, Chari? Ah, okay. Ito ba yung ano mo? Ito ba yung channel mo, Forever Love, Shari? Actually, nakasubscribe ako kay Laila at saka kay Aiza. Okay. And then, one thing, guys. Yes, the Lily. This is. Okay. So, I'm gonna check your channel later. Okay. Tatlo pala kayo nagba-vlog, ha? Wow, the sana all. Okay, i-post ko na yung link ng StreamYard ko. Actually, guys, a lot of, well, I have, I considered some, some people that, especially those men and women that, they have channel. I really appreciate their, I really appreciate their kindness to me, and they never do some gossip, but some they do gossip on me. But anyway, it's just like, I don't really go into that gossip, because like I said, why should I, why should I make battle on that? Because I know who they are. So, and I really control, I really control my, my temper, because that's the thing that, it's easy for me to lose my temper. But as every day that, my husband knows that, once I'm, so upset, he knows, but he's the one who always, always me tell me, calm down. And then, you know what, guys, even though that I'm so upset when I saw him, that he do, calm down, calm down. It's just like when I'm angry, I just laugh, because I can see that he's really want to make me, calm down. So I try to work for that, because oh my God, now that I'm really control that, because I don't want to say something bad, something bad on online, because it's not good also to the image of my husband, and my image of me, because I'm using his name. So it's just like, because this YouTube, it shows all over the world. Hi, Angel, thank you for coming, Angel. Hi, Sissy. Host, good morning. Ay, dito lang ako. Sis, work muna ako. Okay. Thank you. But anyway, thank you for, for your dropping by. So it's just like, I'm very careful about, about my action, and my words that I drop online, because I'm representative of my country to other people. But some people, some Filipina, they don't do that. I don't know. They don't really understand about that. They don't really understand about that. That's why some of Filipina bloggers, there's a lot of gossip uh people do about them, because they don't really take serious about to represent themselves as representative of the country. So it's just like, I'm very careful about that. And also, my husband, he's doing good, he's not mean to my people. And buenos dias, Divo Costa. Hola. So yeah, I'm really aware of that, because of course, I don't want somebody will disrespect him. So same also with him, he doesn't want somebody will disrespect. Anyway, I'm gonna do gossip. I'm gonna do gossip. This is what happened, guys. Teka. Okay. Okay. Oh, there you go. I'm so carried away about the gossip. So how is your where are you from? Divo Costa. Are you from Spain? Are you in Portugal? Are you in Argentina? What country are you from? So for those who wants to to make chismes, for those who wants to make chismes on me, the link is there. So you're very welcome, to enter my studio. Yeah, I agree that what you said, Frank and Bob, that people they invade about that. So I'm thinking, do I need to share this online? No, maybe no. Actually, there's I'll just a brief or a short story. Like, ah, okay. Confirmado. Confirmado. So it's just like happened that there's misunderstanding about that thing, and then this person try to tell other people that don't go to my channel, okay, and unsubscribe on me, things like that. So it really uh upset, of course, on the side, because what, you don't really understand the point of that. So it's just like, he's the one who go to other channel and try to boycott my channel, not to go there because there's an issue. My nationality is, I'm a Filipino from Philippines. So that's what happened. And some people they believe on that, but my point of that situation is, the first party and the second party, the first party that involved on that uh, gossip, don't really understand what the person tried to explain to this person. And then it's just like misunderstanding. That's why, guys, for those people who comment, you know make sure that your comment is related on the subject that the person, because sometimes you're gonna carried away, you sometimes you lost about the statement, or the comment that you're going to type, because some people, they're not really comment, they're not out, they comment out of the blue. So you have to comment on the context or the subject that the host or the co-host talking, so that you can, there's no misunderstanding. Okay, I love Philippines. Have you been here in the Philippines? So if you love the Philippines, I really appreciate if you're gonna click that join button. Okay, so that's a big help for my channel. If you're gonna click that button, so if it's so very cheap, my uh joint joint membership. So that's the problem about the gossip. And this person, he in denial that never tells like that, she never say that, he never say that. But I can see that, okay, they're telling a lie, they're telling a lie. So it's just like, okay, come on, don't do that, because I know what the person try to tell you. So anyway, that's happened long time ago, but it's just like part of history na, part of history of my channel that happened, that so. And it's not like, if you have something, because here's this person never think, what if, okay guys, what if this channel is my source of income to feed my family, and then you go to other channel, try to boycott me and say, and you don't really know the main reason, and this person don't really understand what this another person tried to tell, okay, and then it's easy for you to tell everyone to boycott on me. You It's just like, for me, you killed that's example only, huh? So you killed my family by boycott other people, and you don't have the facts that, if you're, if that person telling you the truth. So that's very, that's very, what do you call that, very complicated, because, if the person, okay, here's the, example. This person is a female, and then this person is male. So the victim is, they think that this female is a victim, and this male try to simp this female to catch her attention, to be part of his life. So that's, that's the thing, that, he wants to boycott me to other channel. Don't go, unsubscribe or what. I know some people, they do that on me, but anyway, it doesn't matter, because I know that, he has relationship, but literally never, never work. So for me, it's just like, in Bisaya, I don't know that, the term that in Bisaya, in English. So that's gaba. Okay, in English, English, karma. That's karma on him. So guys, I do believe, the karma. 100% karma. It never happened today. It never happened tomorrow. It never happened next week, next month. But one day, karma will, will knock your door. So that's, that's very, that's very, that's a ridiculous thing, that, what that person done on my, on my show, because of that, try to be simp to other person. Oh my god. And then there's another, there's another person also, guys, that, well, after I, after I, help, and he's ungrateful. It's just like, he don't know me. But it's okay because I help. So I don't, when once I help a person, I don't expect in return. Okay, expect return. But don't show me, this is the thing that I'm really don't like, once I help you, okay, a thank you to me, that's good, because that's came from your, from the bottom of your heart. Okay, so, and I accept that, and I appreciate that. But don't show to me that you don't know me. Okay, don't show that you don't know me, because if I gonna tell this online, what you did to me, do you think people will like you? Do you think people will like you? And you make me, after all the things that you got, and then you shown me that I'm nothing to you, you don't know me. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. And you have attitude, towards me. That's why, I'm just very careful, because I say this to my husband. If I don't, if I don't respect you, but I have a big respect to my husband, I don't do this online. I don't do this online, because like I said, he is the representative of people in the United States. Okay? And I also me. But if I'm not married, if I'm single, I'm gonna tell this online, so that people will know you, They know your real color of you. Okay. And then you tell me that don't do this to the, don't trust these people. And there you go to that channel and say something. Come on, where's your balls? Where's your balls? Your balls is on your head, or is your balls in your tip of your toes? That's crazy. So making gossip is just like, well, I don't really want to do things because, I saw some people doing that. They just say something to make themselves good, to make themselves, to show to people they're nice, but in real, you're shit. Sorry my, sorry my words, guys, but that's the person that I look when they do something, that it's really unacceptable. Okay, we had a similar talk earlier and all agreed that animals are getting smarter and people are getting dumber. Yes, yes, I agree that, Peter. So it's just like, and then this is so funny, guys, because if you're gonna tell a lie to me, if you're gonna tell a lie to me, make it sure, guys, that 100% you convince me. Because if you're not good at telling a lie, I'm gonna, oh my God, poor. So I better you to, you to ask me first, because I will give you advice if you're gonna tell a lie to make convince people. Okay. So it's just like, um people are nice to me. I really show nice because it's just like as simple as that, guys. I treated you the way you treated me. Simple as that. I don't need to explain, and I don't need any alibis for that, as that's the way I am, for people that, treated me good. I will treated you good. In fact, I will treated you much more than, you treated me. But sometimes, people, once they get something on their hand, it's just like you're nothing to them. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit to them. So, which is not really good. Because, like I said, guys, that, if I'm not married, I'm gonna tell this online what you're doing, because I don't want people to be part of your business. Okay. So it's just like you using me to, to well, anyway, it's just like I'm grateful that I helped this person to get what he want, to get what she wants, things like that. But don't show to people that you're not doing, don't show to people that, oh, you're good, but you're not good. Don't show to people that you're good, but you're not good. Yeah, because it's just like, actually, telling a lie, that's, well, yeah, there's a, the white lies, the white lies. So you have to do some white lies, to save the life of this person, to save your life. Okay. But making a lie, oh no, it's not my vocabulary, to entertain you, because you really shown me that I will not trust you. So imagine, guys, no, imagines, if somebody helped me, oh, I never forget that time, that day that you helped me. Okay, that you helped me. So I'm very grateful, and I always look back of the things that you've done to me. Really. That's why my zodiac sign is Libra. So I'm very, the personality of Libra person or woman is just like we're due balance. That's why, the zodiac sign is, Libra is just the way skill. So we have to balance. And then if somebody do something too much, that's the time we explode. So once we explode, you never want that. I can handle that, to to ignore things that person doing to me. I ignore that. But don't show to me that you are the victims, but that you're not. And don't show me that you are a good person, but you're not. Don't show me that you're a shy person. You're not. Don't shine to me that you're good to me, but you're not. Okay? It's just like for me, I prepared to hang out with people with outspoken than the person that pretend that they're nice, but deep inside, behind your back, they stab you. Oh, I don't really like that. So I will lie. Okay, I already read that. So, ay nako, I'm carried away. It is a boy or girl that does actually a boy, Peter, a boy. And some of your friend, Peter, they know who is that boy. But I don't want to mention that. Because for me, he's a piece of he's a piece of might might he's one of those trolls. Yeah. Yeah, that's why Peter, I just um now I learn my lesson that I don't really want to be, because I thought that person is really, really nice and friendly, and then I believe that. But once, I regret, I regret that. I regret that because I don't, for me, I don't deserve that. I don't deserve that treatment that that person done to me. I don't. But like I said, that I have respect. I have respect to my husband. I did not bring this to my show, that to tell everyone that don't trust this person, because he's a Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. So it's just like sorry. Well, the cases of, cases of Donald Trump, so many things happen. I want a peaceful, I want a peaceful, what do you call that? Peaceful show. Okay. But, sometimes, you cannot really avoid, you cannot really avoid people that, they're ungrateful, ungrateful. Okay. So, that's the problem if the person is ungrateful. Once they ungrateful, no matter what a good person, that person, give them value, they don't give a shit on that because, they're ungrateful. I would have to say women only because men punch the other man face. Yeah, but you know what? This is, I don't know. I do believe, Peter, that, well, I don't know, guys, for those men on the live chat, do you believe that, once, I think that's what my father do, because, if they, would hang out with, all boys, they do gossip also. But, he said that, you think, ladies, that you're the superstar of, doing, do gossip. Women also do gossip. Oh yeah. So that's why, I remember that, that person is just like, okay. So it reminds me what my dad told us, that, you think that men don't do gossip. They do. It's worse. It's worse than it's worse than women if they hang out together, boys by boys. Yeah. So so you mean, I think I agree what you said, Peter, that, this person attacking me, okay, this person attacking me, he's a girly type. Yeah, because, yeah, makes sense what you said, Peter, because if this person is, is a real man, this person will not do gossip on me, because that's a women, that's a women shit, right? So yeah, I agree, Sir Peter. There are girly guys on YouTube. But anyway, it's just like, the main thing that I do, I do, I want to discuss this kind of context, because a lot of people here, particularly women, they love gossip. And you know what? That's a good thing for me, because, the gossip that I receive from other people, I just like, I'm not really into that. But I have a common sense, to analyze, to to make some pattern. Okay. And I also um um uh get some information, this person, and I also observe this person, the way that they talk, the way that, the way that they shown me, their personality, or, the way that, their facial expression when I say something to them, and the way they, well, one thing, that the way they talk on me. when when men do it, we call it shooting the shit never goes. Oh, that's, Peter, that's heavy. Shooting shit. That's worse, that's worse than gossip, Peter. For me, huh? That's my analysis. That's worse, when you shoot that shit. It's not literal shit, but so yeah, that's thing that now I learn a lot. Who's gonna person that I'm dealing with, especially online. I'm not saying I'm the best, I'm the best that uh I have also, I have also, what do you call that, well, because I agree what they said, that nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. Okay, but I have common sense to use. Oh my god. And when it comes to gossip, especially guys, I really don't like if this constructive gossip. Come on. I don't really, it's just like, for me, if this constructive gossip that person throwing on me and spread to other people, get ready. I will not argue with you. Okay? I will not argue, or I will not arguing with you. But I'll bring it that to legal case. So I don't want you to hit on your face. I don't want to hit on your nose, whatever. I'm gonna hit in your pocket so that you will know who's the person that you're, what do you call, kasangga? What's that in Tagalog? Kinakalaban, no? What else your people that you kinakalaban? Oh my god. My Tagalog. So I try to remember that kinakalaban. It's just like example, guys, that you're arguing the person that you don't really know who's that person. There's a English term that I may have forgot. Hmm. Hold on, guys. Let me search in my Google so that you will understand what I'm trying to explain. It's just like katapat. Excuse me. In Tagalog, katapat. No, it's just like they said counterpart. In English. If somebody, okay, I'll give you an idea, guys, situation. Okay, somebody will bullying me. Okay, somebody bullying me. So I'm not the person that fight with this bully person. But there's another person wants to fight with this, because that's the katapat, the counterpart. Ay nako, Frank. Katapat means, well, I don't, Google don't give me a true meaning of katapat. It's just like face to face, katapat. Counterpart, no, it's not counterpart. In ay nako, it's so hard to explain, guys. That's what I mean. Hold on. Kasalungat, kalaban. Yeah, counterpart. Well, I think that's a counterpart. So, well, because they shown here on my Google that kalaban, katapat, magkaharapat, kaharap, kakabila. I found the only real way to bottle these trails in showing the proof of make them show me proof. Never get me emotional. Always to be calm and rational. Yeah, it's just like, somebody will, will bullying you, somebody bullying you, Peter, and then, you don't really want, because, you're scared of, things. But there's another person that wants to fight this, wants to challenge this person that loves to bully. What's the term of that? Well, just, katapat, that's the Tagalog word, katapat. Okay. And then, uh that's the in English counterpart, but it's not, I think it's not, it's not the right term to use of that. Pac-Man. Oh my god. Oh, Manny Pacquiao. Well, it's just like, in short, that, if somebody will bully you. Ah. Oh man, oh man. Oh, what are you talking about? What? I don't need to explain to you. Come on. I don't need to explain. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Okay? I'm not. Come on. Give me a break. Give me a break. Ay, Manny Pacquiao. Sir Peter, how is your dog? I think your dog is big na. Is she bullying you, Frank? Peter, are you talking to me? No, I'm not bullying my husband. I love my husband. Oh my God. Why? You 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 sell the dog? Stolen? My God. There's a what do you call that? There's a thieves, there's a thieves in your oh my God. Those cutie puppies, that they stolen. Secret Bob. Secret. Secret Bob. Secret Bob. Chismoso. Chismoso. Ay, nako. Don't tell a lie. Okay, so, nako. I'm carried away about this. Anyway, Bob, it's okay. I know that, some of you guys, like you're a good person. You're a good person, and also, Peter, I really salute, you know, you have, I really salute. And every time I go to Miss Maria, I really enjoy listening of you guys. I actually I preferred to hang out with this, elders people. Okay, guys, don't take this offend when I say, I when I say older. Okay, don't think that is offend. I do respect all the, it's not only men and women also, elder women, I do respect on that. So yeah, a very friendly dog. Wo- So your place, Peter, there's no, there's no fence. There's no fence. Yeah, Frank, I don't like pitbull. Pitbull is so scary, dog. Pitbull when they hungry, even though you are their handler, they're gonna eat you or they're gonna bite you. That's why they wanted the puppies, ball, mastiff, crosses. And once they bite you or they bit you, it's just like, their what do you call that? Their jaw was locked. I don't like pit bull. I want German Shepherd or Golden Retriever. I love Golden Retriever. They're very smart dog. Okay, Judith Riolegio. Lily, why won't you let me on the panel? I don't know. It won't, it won't let you in my studio. I don't know. I don't know why. Pretty expensive to dog fence, 258. Wow. So nice, oh my God, I wish that I can visit your farm, Peter. Because, I love countryside. Oh my God. I love the smell of the morning dew, especially when you cut the grass, I love that there's something, oh my God, And then, I love, the sounds of, the crickets, all types of animals. I love that, well, I love because, I live in the farm, I'm a country girl. I'm a country girl. They think that I'm a city girl. I'm a country girl. Anyway, but half of my life I live in the city, but so I never forget where I came from. So I just, I really appreciate that, I really appreciate that life in the, life in the countryside. Oh my God. Especially in the morning. Oh my God. I love that my nearest neighbor is 1 kilometer away. Oh. Talaga, that's it's not neighbor. It reminds me, Peter, it reminds me when, way back 1960s, 70s, and then 80s. But no. Early 80s, in my hometown, they start to build, houses there. So, and then, um, they said that neighbors, unlike here, in Metro Manila, neighbors is just near, but us neighbors there's like 3 kilometers. I grown that I my friend's house when I was a kid, 5 years old. I remember that 6 years old. it's just like, we're not really often, to visit in other neighbors, because 3 kilometers, guys, we just go there and and play. But that time it's safe, for me it's safe. But the only thing that my parents don't allow us, wild animals, the we call that, the fox before, because I born in 1970s. Okay, so there's a fox, and then the cat, we call that, the fox, we call that singaro. And then the wild cat, we call that maral. That's very scary. So my parents is very strict on that. So it's just like, oh my god, we just, my some of my big sister, we play, but that's only the backyard, and in the house. But once my mother tell us, okay, especially weekend, oh my god, we don't barely come back home. We don't eat lunch, and then we just go home about 5 o'clock, because we're really, we really miss playing with our, with our friends. It's too far, 3 kilometers. But now in my hometown, they start to develop, the barangay. I don't know what's barangay in English. So in my barangay, they start, all, people living in the remote area. The barangay, they buy land for free for, people living that. So just only limit only 60 square meters, just enough to build a house for the family. And then so that, they can able to eat, to get, like, if there's a program in the barangay, like, dental, like, if somebody, women's, they are pregnant, they have regular prenatal. That's the main thing that, um the barangay, because nine well, I forgot, my uncle, the little brother of my father, he was the barangay chairman that time. That's, he's the one who buy the land. But the money that, they use, that the fund from the barangay. So because he can see that, there's a lot of people, especially in the remote area. This still, in my hometown, guys, there's still a lot of people that they don't really have, electricity. They're still using, the improvised lamp. They're using kerosene. So that's the main project of my uncle that time, that he will, he buy the land and give some free land to those people living in, the remote areas, so that they can access, things that, programs in the barangay. Because sometimes, they cannot really um get some, like, free medicine, free checkup, free dental, and some activities in the barangay that, they can able, to get some of those benefits. And some, they just imagine, guys, there's, 1980s, there's a lot of people in my hometown that die because, a simple diarrhea, guys, a simple diarrhea, they die because of, dehydration, because they have no idea. Okay, they have no idea how to deal with that. Because, even though, one of my cousin die about that. Because, the when it comes to health, the program that, people can orient in how to, how to take care of yourself if you're far from the hospital. What is the basic needs if you have headache, stomach ache, diarrhea? They have no idea about that. There's a lot of people die on that. But now I think, I'm thankful that, my uncle did that program so that people can educate them when it comes to basic things that they need if they get sick, especially in the remote area. So what type of herbs that they gonna use if they have diarrhea? excuse me, what type of medicine, so they have to stock in the house, so they have to save money to buy that, basic, basic medicine. But if they really, if they're really illness, of course they have to go to the hospital. But some people, they prepare to die on their, in their house, because, of course, they don't have money also, to spend in the hospital. Yeah, that's why, that's I discussed this about, for those Western people that married to a young Filipina. It's okay, it's okay to live in the province. Of course, they said that, you can get, it's cheaper compared to the living in the city. But you have also to take a look the, the health of your partner, especially for Western people. Like, if just vacation, it's okay to stay in, it's stay in the province. But, it doesn't mean that you cannot really stay in the province, but it depends the situation. It depends the location. If you're living in the province, it's near to the hospital, is near to the, yeah, important is hospital, uh market or bank, and then you have car, because, if something, you feel something uncomfortable, it's easy for you to drive going to the hospital. But, not all province is near, or is near to that hospital or whatever that I mentioned. But for me, it's important hospital, because when it comes, oh my god, when it comes to healthcare here, it's not well. Well, let's see about, the failed health, because, there's so many cases that about, the corruption of that. So that's, the one thing that for me, I prefer, to stay in, stay in the city. But like I said, no, like I said, if you living in the, in the province, on the countryside or suburb, make sure that you have, it's near to the, near to the hospital. Especially, this is, I'm concerned about those, elders, Western men. Okay, and then you have car, because we never know. Here in Metro Manila, it's easy. I don't really have a hard time, because, in my place, I'm so blessed to find this place, because, I can go to nearest hospital in Makati, because, it's not nearly too far. Okay, so we're in this, near to Taguig City, near to Makati City, and then Parañaque. So the hospital here is near, and we have a nice hospitals here in Parañaque. So it's just like it's easy for me to get access on that, even though that, we don't have a car. But, it's easy, here in Metro Manila, 24/7, taxi, Grab, like that. But if you're, even though that, you're elder, so if you're physically healthy, I think it's okay. It's okay to stay, is stay in the province, because, uh less pollution. And sometimes, I don't really want, sometimes it happens that, I don't really want to hear, the noise of, especially on the street. It's so noisy. But, it's just like it based on your health, it based on your health. Okay, I don't have a problem on you. Okay, you have a problem on me. Yeah, okay, so that's the gossip guy, it's just like gossip is useful in people's daily lives. Yeah, for me is that, if it's, constructive gossip, it's not really useful. You create problem, you create enemy, you create fight. If you're gonna go to the constructive gossip. But me, I love, the good gossip, because it's just like good gossip is just like it's to make you aware of people surround you, and you have to aware who's you gonna trust or not. That's part of the good gossip, and more and more. So it doesn't mean that, when you talk about gossip, it's just generalized. So there's so many factors that gossip can destroy a person, or can ruin people's life. No, not people's life, people's lives. Hi, Kuya Bob, hello.
Hey, Miss Lil. Hello, Frank. Yeah, it, the gossip, the chismes, chikachu, whatever you guys want to call it. I when I first
Marites.
Marites, yeah, when I first heard of that all those years ago, I thought, what's the big deal? But I learned later that it can lead to bloodshed in the barangay. People
Yeah.
have killed each other over a rumor. So, yeah, the you have to take it to the barangay captain to
Yes.
get it
Yep.
sorted out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned about Bob that, constructive gossip. That, the constructive gossip. That's, there's a lot of things happen that go to barangay, because, they're gonna fight for that, or, it's just like I mentioned that, you're gonna destroy, or you create enemy, you create
Hmm.
fights with people if you're gonna do on the constructive gossip. But like I said, that, there's another way that, gossip, that, you can really learn. You can learn, especially for those people that you think that they are your friend. But
Yeah.
it's just like this gossip, you have, there's a warning. I think that, I consider that also a good gossip, because, they give you a warning not to really hang out this person, because, they're no good. They're no good.
I could kind of answer a question for Peter there that there's almost 100 languages spoken in the Philippines. That's part of it. You know why they have so many words for gossip. But
Well,
uh,
actually, the gossip, Peter, that, that's, the millennial term is marites.
marites, yeah. My wife, my wife's generation was chismes,
Yeah, but
like that.
now the new generation, Bob, is they call marites. But,
Marites, yeah. Hmm. My wife used to call the marites in her barangay. uh, she said we have to walk past the checkpoint, 'cause the army checkpoint, because the Marites knows everything about everybody. Yeah.
yeah, even though me, I'm living here in Metro Manila. At first, what the hell is that, marites? I don't really understand, because,
Mhm.
I'm not into that going outside, and, especially I'm living here in the gated community. People there, they cannot, they're not easy, to let you go in their house.
Yeah.
Unlike in the province, that, it's very often.
Hmm. Yeah, that's how we live in Davao. We live in a gated community, and I heard from my nieces who live in a barangay. They said that something can happen on the corner and be all the way down the block in less than a minute.
Yeah, that's, we call that, Bob, radio puwak,
Yeah,
radio
radio.
throat.
Hmm. Yeah. But I used to think that, well, what's the big deal if they're talking about you? But my wife said, you don't really understand us yet, Bob. These people will kill each other over a rumor, you know. Yeah. Loss of face, loss of all kinds of stuff. But is
Actually, your wife, Bob, it's, she's right, because, that's very common, especially here in the Philippines, that,
mhm. That's right.
especially women, they fighting with each other, they
Uh-huh. I've
with that,
seen it.
with that gossip. So it's just like, after all, they go to
Mhm.
barangay. Because here, I think there's, one thing, that you cannot really go straight to the, to the police station if you cannot go to barangay first. If they cannot solve in barangay. So I think that's the time that you can go to the police station, or, to do some blotter, or in then lupon, or whatever that.
Right. File a case. Yeah. It's it's I'd say if this fella, I understand he's a fella, who's talking crap about you. If he's in another country, that's going to be difficult, you know, because their laws are not the same as yours. And but you can take it to YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, now that, some people, when they cannot really voice out their emotion to the person that they argue with. They just do online, post something there.
Hmm. Yeah, send it. I've experienced harassment. I've been here on YouTube for about 10 years or more, and yeah, I've done the whole YouTube thing, turning them into YouTube. Next thing you know, those videos are removed, and step number two, your channel's gone. I've done it. I have done it. But what I would recommend, you get the people who that person has harassed before and go in on a concerted effort and strike every one of the videos and keep doing it and keep hitting them, hit them, hit them. Violation of, copyright, violation of this, violation of that.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a long time, but it works.
Yeah.
YouTube, especially the more sources that hit that channel, yeah. Next thing you
Yeah.
know, that channel's gone.
Yeah,
I've
they
done it.
gonna, they gonna remove that,
Mhm.
if you're violate the guidelines of YouTube.
Mhm. Uh-huh. Read the guidelines
Mm-hmm.
very carefully, and anything that's like racial bigotry, threats of violence. Um, Now, one thing that works in my favor is I'm a senior citizen, and
Yeah.
this freak who's attacked me several times is going after me because of I'm a senior citizen, and I hit him with that, and then racial bigotry. On and on and on. And yeah, it takes YouTube a while, but they'll shut their channel down if they get enough complaints. But you got to get some good people to go in there and do it with you. That
Mm-hmm.
works.
Actually, you know what, Bobby? Speaking of that, it happens to me that I have no idea somebody do gossip on me in others' channel. But for me, it's just like, this person is nothing to me, so I don't really pay attention. But for me, it's just like, what? I did not say anything to you. Why you go
Does-
there and
Yeah.
use my name in, so it's just
Hmm.
like, for me. But it's just like, if it's too much, that it's not really, it's below the belt. I don't want to, like, literal fighting, but like I said, I bring it that to legal and gonna hit their pocket, as
Yeah.
simple as that. That's,
Hmm.
that's one thing. Okay, more, say something more about me, because I don't want, to argue on you online. I don't want to fight physically on you, but let's bring it to the court.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit your pocket.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Stay within the law. Stay within the law. Stay within the law. Always stay within the law. Yeah.
Michael,
Mhm.
hello, Michael. Music Motion, hello. Good
Good, Frank.
morning.
Good, Frank. I'm glad you did. Yeah, that's true, Peter, that they usually do start another channel. But if they come after you again, do it again and keep doing it. You know, some
And
people
then,
don't. Some people they don't learn a lesson until they get they one morning they wake up and they go to log in their channel and then the second channel's gone now. What the heck happened? What the yeah, it works.
yeah. Because it happens to me that, there's something that, the show that, this has happened that in other show that, I was collab that, this person that, she was, misunderstanding what Frank said, and then, they give, they misinterpret what Frank tried to tell her. And this man try to tell everyone that don't go to my channel. They boycott on me, that, unsubscribe. It's unfair to me. I don't
Yeah, I
kn-
agree. I agree. You're
and
not a
then
harmful person, Liz. Lil. You and Frank are not harmful people, but that's a harmful person who does that. That's a
yeah,
small person, a
yeah.
pathetic person who would do that. Very pathetic. You know.
And then, that's why I mentioned that, what if this, channel, this is the source of my income to feed my family, and then that's something that he don't really
Yeah.
understand the start, and start to ruin this,
Mm-hmm.
he's killing my family for that, doing that,
Mm-hmm.
saying people that, oh, don't go there, don't do
Yeah.
that.
I get it. I've been harassed here on YouTube before. Yeah, more than once. But there's what I've done in the past is I've got good people on my email list, and I'll copy paste and send those videos out to good people, and that works. It does work. It takes time, but they'll eventually pull that video or two down, and then eventually YouTube will have enough complaints, and then they'll take away their monetization, and then take away their channel, and then they got to start all over again. But also, at the same time, what I have done is make a video about that person directly. This person did this to me. Da, 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 da. It works. It takes time, but it works. Use the
But
system. Yeah.
yeah, but I have, I have also, person that I asked that, because I mentioned that I want to go to this person, and then, he said that, oh, just ignored, he just ignored that person. He's nothing. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think, I take his advice. Okay, because he's nothing. When I go there, okay, he's nothing. So what's the use of being,
Hmm.
with make battle, or arguing with that person? Because I
Well,
know.
yeah, for me, you insult me, you insult my wife, we're not going to stop with this. We're going to go. We're going to go all the way with this. That's just how I am. I learned by working with so many thousands of people every day for all those years that if one person bullies you, now you've got two, now you've got five, now you've got eight people who are bullying you because you won't fight back. You have to fight
Mhm.
back. You have to. That's for me. All right.
Yeah, actually, that, the things that happen, that, actually, it's just like, oh, come on, I think that, this man, it has karma on him because of that, try to be simp to this woman, try to, the sympathy, oh, I'm good, because I don't want, I don't I depend women's right, come on. But, you're not really understand what this women, what this person tried to help the woman to be, to be uh free for that situation. But, some men,
Being
they try
yeah,
to be simp, simp, even though that
yeah.
they're not doing. So it's just like,
I fight
it
for what?
happens.
Mm.
Fight for, fight for nothing. It's just like,
That's a punk.
yeah. It happens
Mhm.
to you, Bob, that you help a person, help a person after the person gets something from you. It's just like, it shows that you're nothing to that person. You're nothing to that person after that person helped you. It
Mhm.
happens that to you.
I'm not exactly sure what you mean, but
Okay, it's just like, here's the situation, you have friend, try to ask you, something, and then you help, and then, you help. And then after that things that, the person wants to get that, and then it shows that you're nothing to that person. So have you experienced that situation?
hmm. you you mean you've helped someone and they don't help you in return? Is that what you mean?
After they get the help from you, it shows that you're nothing to them. It's just like
Right.
they don't know you.
Well, that says to me that that person just used you.
Okay.
And that's an animal, that's a monster. Those
Mm,
people that you help who don't even acknowledge or do a
yeah.
return, move
Mm-hmm.
away from 'em, drop them, get away from them right away, right now.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know, yeah, that's a monster. That's a sociopath. There are so
Okay,
many
my
scammers here on. You will not believe, and when you're around here in YouTube for a few more years, there are so many scammers here on YouTube. Oh, I missed my house payment. I'm going to have everything taken away.
Mhm.
And all I've seen is so many times, man. And somebody who's got a good heart goes, we got to have a help this channel, okay? And we'll have a
Mhm.
GoFundMe, and they'll
Mhm.
send them some money through a GoFundMe or whatever, and someone will actually find that person and look them up, the one who's going to lose their house and all that. They're
Yeah.
liars.
Correct.
And then they take that
Actually,
money and it's never mentioned again. And they'll do
mhm.
it again
Actually, it
and
happens that
again
one of the
and
one
again.
of the blogger that they just use other people, to get fun, to get money. But
Yeah.
in fact, they don't really use that to that, charity that they want to,
No.
to build.
Right. Exactly. There are so many channels on YouTube that do that. They do it as long as they can get
Hmm.
away with it. As long
Hmm.
as they can get away with it because they don't have a conscience.
Yeah. Because, when I researched that, Bob, having a charity here in the Philippines, there's so many process. It's not easy. There's so many papers that you have to comply. If you
Yeah.
do a charity, especially, charity online, there's so many requirements that you have to comply for that. But it
Yeah.
takes, it takes long. They have to check first if this,
Mhm.
if this proposal is, it's really for charity institution. If it's not, they will decline the
Mhm.
proposal.
Yeah. Yeah. Just be careful with people here. I don't know. That's why whenever I hear stuff like, I'm going to lose this and that because I can't afford it or whatever, I get away from them right now. I get away from them right away. I go unsubscribe and leave. I'll unsubscribe from a channel in an instant. I've done it to thousands of channels. I've blocked a few, but mostly what I do is I unsubscribe and that's it. You'll never see me again.
Peter, he's curious now. I need the chismis. you, you
Yeah.
you want, you want the chismis.
Well,
No.
yeah, yeah. I kind of want some chismes because I say that remember me because I'm a serial killer and a cannibal with syphilis. With syphilis. Yeah.
Oh my god. that's you know that's scary. It reminds
Yeah, it
me.
is.
It reminds me the last the last live that you said that you're eating dead people in your basement.
I remember a couple people that I'm pretty tight with. I think it was Peter was one of them who said, "Hey, Bob's they were talking about you, Bob the cannibal." I went, "Yes, I finally have a reputation."
Yeah, because for me, I think it's just like I agree what you said, Peter. For those girly guy, they just only
Yeah.
make they only make gossip. But for those matured and straight men, they do you know that's a that's well, they Frank, that's a itch, that's a B it.
Yes. That he is 100%. Frank and I speak the same language. That's exactly what we call them. Yeah. Yeah.
So you know what,
Exactly.
Bob? Sometimes when
Uh-huh.
I saw somebody online that attacking me, it's just like I gonna tell to Frank, come on, and then he said, come on, don't mind. That's that's the itch thing. So,
Yeah.
but sometimes I
Mhm.
cannot really I want because but yeah, that's why my temper, I have to control that. Thanks God that Frank is there, the because it's easy for
Yeah.
me to lose my temper for that. But makes sense that he said that. Oh no, that's the itch thing that they do.
That's yeah, any man. Well, in my opinion, Frank and I are basically from the same generation.
Yeah,
And with us guys in our age group, any man who talks crap about a woman without is an itch. You know,
yeah.
um, who talks behind a woman's back about her, that's an itch. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, um, for for me and my generation, I'm speaking for Frank here also. If we cannot confront that woman directly, then drop it and get away from her. Just move away from that one. That's a problem. That and a guy who would do that, that's an itch. You know.
Yeah.
Well, he she said yes. Yeah. I'm calling you are an old fart, Peter, and that's why I like you so much.
You know what? And then first also the old fart. I hear that also from Frank, and then for me it's just
Yeah.
like, Frank, don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
You
Don't say
say
that.
you sound
The
just like my you sound just like my wife. "Hon, don't say that." "Why not?" He's an itch, you know? "Oh, don't say that."
old.
Well, actually, my serial killer cannibal. Oh, I'm a serial killer, cannibal, necrophiliac, with syphilis. Okay,
Oh
and
my God.
uh, and then Peter has a collaboration because Peter has a farm.
Uh-huh.
So Peter and I are going back and forth about how he can join in, and so I'm taking the bone material and sending them to
Mhm.
Peter in Australia, and he burns them and then makes it into biochar fertilizer. So it's an international thing now.
So
Oh, lottery winner! You're right, Peter. I'm also a lottery winner, serial killer, cannibal, necrophiliac, lottery winner with syphilis.
so nobody will try to bully you.
And you don't want to wind up in my basement.
Oh yeah.
You're going to go in, but you're going to come out a little different than you were when you went in there.
Sometimes Bob, when you I don't want to disrespect you, because sometimes when you go to Miss Maria, you eat steak. It's just like I'm trying to comment. Is that the man that you you butcher in your basement, your breakfast? So I don't want to, to embarrass you to people on Sis
Go
Maria's
ahead.
show.
Go ahead. You can come on in and say stuff. Go ahead. Oh yeah, well, the whole scam thing is the whole rumor is I have a machine shop and I weld and I make things and I've made in front of my pickup. I go out to the street junkies and I scoop them up, throw them in the back of the truck, get a truckload of them, back them into my basement, process them. But I give them syphilis first. I give them it's an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing thing. Give them syphilis first, butcher them, compost them, all that. Eat the special parts, and send the bones to Peter in Australia. So we're all benefiting.
You know what? When people they hear this syphilis, they're gonna run.
Oh yeah, you should see. I've said that on a couple of lives, and the women go, syphilis. Ooh. Well, yeah, it's meat tenderizer from the inside. It goes in and starts tenderizing the meat from the inside of the body. Yeah, it's part of the special sauce.
That's hilarious.
That's gotta laugh at life sometimes. There you gotta laugh at life.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
why.
I come from Washington State. This is a place where Ted Bundy came from, and the Green River Killer came from here. So you know, just follow suit.
Peter said that
Yeah,
cannibal,
syphilis.
okay, and
Ooh.
syphilis.
Peter, if you get that syphilis pus all in a pot and boil it a little bit, it kills all the bacteria and the viruses, and it turns into a thick, creamy, gelatinous special treat meal. Put a little nutmeg and some milk on there. It's just like like kind of like eating oatmeal. Yeah, it's good. Should try it.
I can imagine the look of Peter when they say, "Ew."
I, I one Saturday afternoon when I was talking with Peter and a couple others, and all of a sudden Peter goes, "I'm eating. Do you mind?"
Yeah, that's a ridiculous thing.
It is
Anyway,
insane.
yeah, it's just like, oh my God, especially here, in the we call that, people doing gossip. It's just like, the
Yeah.
original CCTV, okay? The original CCTV, because a few seconds that a person hear that, oh my God, it's just, it's a transfer to transport
Mm.
transfer to
Hmm.
another house, another mouth. And then, the person that, received
Yeah.
that gossip, they add, and then after, when they go to
Yeah.
another person, it's getting worse and worse and
Hmm.
worse.
That's the same thing my nieces told me. By the time it's at the end of the block, it's horrible. And all you did, and all it takes is for one of my nieces to be up on the second floor and wave at a fella and say, "Good morning." That's all she did. But by the time it gets down to the end of the block, it's way out of proportion.
But actually, I don't really see some, older people that they do gossip, because
No, what's the effort? It's not worth it. Yeah,
it's
it's
just
not worth
like
it.
it's just like Frank. It reminds me, Frank, that he told me that he's not really into that, because that's the age thing. If somebody will do gossip, it's just like he just get his gun and pop the cat.
Yeah, yeah, I know what that means. I do.
So
Yeah. Yeah. For me anymore, most of the time, like someone says something about me on a channel, I just unsubscribe and move on.
yeah,
Drop dead. Yeah, I
yeah,
had I
because
had a lady recently that I had been on her channel for about 4 years, and she recently she's a hypochondriac. She's
Mm.
constantly sick. And she recently said on a panel that I have been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and that's not the first time she said that.
Oh, that's an
And
insult.
and I
That's an insult on you.
oh that's very insulting. It's not the first time she said that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, okay, that's it. This is the limit right here. And I said, I have not been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. And if I have been, don't you think my wife would be taking care of me? Huh? She's a housewife. She thinks she's a freaking doctor.
Yeah,
She's a, you know, yeah.
that's sometimes,
Yeah. So
I don't,
that was a time.
okay. Go ahead, Bob.
That was a time when I just got done talking to her, and that's when the time that I went over to her channel and I went unsubscribe and leave. I'm done with you. You obviously don't want me here. Yeah.
Yeah, because even though that's why when I told you that when you say that you're eating breakfast with steak. So wait, I have to think about this because I don't want you to to open if I gonna tell you that is that the the person that you butch in your basement butch. So I don't want to I don't want to. I'm very aware of that. I'm very
Well,
aware of.
yeah. Look how stress relieving being a cannibal is. I don't worry about inflation. I don't care. I got all the bacon in my fridge I can eat. I
Yeah, it's just like it reminds me, it reminds me the movie that the Psycho.
yeah.
Frank told me that, oh, don't watch that. That's, but I love to watch that. The movie.
Well, that's me. That right here. Yeah.
And then
Serial killer cannibal. Yeah.
and then when I go to SNR, so there's a big freezer there, Bob, and then I'm gonna tell, oh,
Oh.
there's a hand there.
Oh. Yeah. I need something like that in Davao. Oh, okay. Get me the model number of that freezer, would you? I want to look into this a little bit.
You don't tell me you had a smoker, Bob. Smoker, Bob.
Smoked long. You know what long pork is? Do you know what that is? Long pork. Do you know what that
No.
is? People.
Ah,
Human meat.
ah.
That's a real term. That is a real term from cannibals. They call it long pork. Yeah.
But you know what? I don't know if it's the the move the short video that I watch. If it's this fake, or because there's a chef, and then there's a three people. There's a three type of meat. From lamb, and then fish, and then human. And then the lamb and the fish, they don't really comment about that. But the human flesh, they said it's so tasty, it's so tender. And then
I
they asked the chef, what type of meat is this? And then he said, he's very serious, that's human flesh. And all the three judges was staring with each other and said, are you? So, and then he said he's very serious that
don't.
yeah, that's a human flesh. So it's just like, I think
Well,
the human flesh is more tasty, Bob, because
I don't.
all the nutrients that we eat, it goes to our
I,
flesh.
I don't honestly know. It's a joke, okay? But my wife has done many surgeries, and I asked her, because I've seen people die, but I don't get up close to it. But she's got her hands inside of people, and I said, "Is it true that human meat looks like pork?" She goes, "Oh yeah, it sure does." She said,
Yeah, the
it has,
fat.
yeah, and the color of the meat. She could, yeah, it sure does. Looks just like fresh pork.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why a lot of people, it's near to the hospital. They sell, the dinuguan, the pork stew.
hmm
I don't like to eat that, when it's near to the hospital, because it reminds me, maybe that's the intestine that they remove from the surgery. So I'm just or the or
oh,
the lungs, or the liver.
oh,
So I don't.
oh. I tell you what, I'm going to incorporate that into this cannibalism stuff. You should have seen the liver my wife brought home from work last night. I got a new connection. My wife brings me home liver and kidneys, you know.
Yeah, that's why in SNR there's a whole there's a whole pig, and then Frank told me you like that for lechon, and then
Mm,
I run, and they said why you run? No, I don't like because it looks like a human in the freezer. So
yeah.
I don't really
Uh-huh.
want to see that. I don't really want to see because it scares me. I don't know. So I told him I eat lechon, but I don't want to see that. The whole in the freezer. It looks like it's human. That it
Yeah.
scares me.
Yeah, my
Okay.
wife says it does look like pork when you cut into a she sawing off arms and legs and all kinds of crap. She's seen it.
But I also watch. I don't know. It's just like the movie that there's a leader in Africa that he has he has a special meat, but they said that well, it's just like a gossip, gossip
Yeah,
that they create.
yeah,
It's just like
yeah.
they serve that when the queen or the king visit in that country, they serve that because it's very good, the taste. People.
What a topic. Let's eat your enemies.
But I,
Eat
I
your
don't.
enemies. Mhm.
But you know what, Bob? Seriously, Bob. In my hometown, it happens actually. The his grandma. He was butcher. And then I think this his grandson has a mentally illness. What do you call that? Schizophrenia.
Mhm.
And then it happens that in the he bought his grandma, and then one of my cousins shown that he eat the liver, but he said that it tastes bitter because the gallbladder. I think that it happens that, Bob. It happens in
Uh,
my hometown and in other
uh,
city also, but it's just like they're not normal because there's a mentally illness. So
mhm,
it
mhm.
thinks that it tells if you have schizophrenia, it tells that, oh, in their mind, that okay, you have to slice that because this is how it look, this is how it tastes.
Yeah, I've heard
The-
of. Yeah,
so
I've
many
I've
things
I've
that
seen
happen.
I've seen crime shows and interviews with people in prison, and they have eaten other people, and they're just like, you could tell that there's nothing human left in them. It's like, oh yeah, I put her head in the microwave.
Mm,
You'd be like, dude, don't you realize that that's wrong?
yeah.
No, they don't realize that it's wrong. Uh, but I'm gonna give you a little piece of advice. Okay, I've been to court 100,000 times. So has Peter. Um, no, we have, when we've been put through the ringer. And if you are going to file a case against somebody, don't talk about it anymore. Stop.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
Stop. Stop about it. Yep.
Hmm.
Well, I'm gonna bounce, Miss Lil. I got a little bit of
Okay.
leftovers. I had a little bit of leftovers, and when my wife finally showed up and
What
gave me some
leftover
food
steak?
with a little liver and a nice Chianti.
Okay, Bob, thank you so much for
All right.
dropping by.
All right. Peace out. Later, Frank.
Okay, thank you. So guys, that's a nice discussion because I already reached the 2 hours. So Peter, I really appreciate. So I hope one day I can visit you in your farm in Austria. So because wow, I love nature. Especially I born in the in the countryside. So I really love that. So guys, thank you so much, guys. So for those gonna replay this, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, okay? And if you want to share this, share this. So okay, so okay, my the last thing that I'm going to it's a quotes, okay? Great minds discuss ideas, average minds. Okay, let me refresh. Okay, refresh, because I don't want you to, I don't want you to confuse. Okay, let me read this. The comment from Peter. You have a taller than 5 foot, or you'll get lost in the grass. I'm 5'4". I'm 5'4". Peter. So I'm not the typical Filipino that short. I'm 5'4", so I'm a bit taller than regular Filipino. Okay, so this is my gossip quote. Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people. So guys, thank you so much, guys, for having you, and for having all the comments, especially Peter, Bob, Michael, the sister of Isa, Frank, of course, and who else? Jane. So, and guys, if you're gonna replay this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. So, thank you so much, guys, and have a good day to everyone. And stay cool. Don't lose your temper. Don't do constructive gossip. Be nice to people. Thank you so much, guys, and have a good night and have a good day to everyone. Happy weekend to all Filipino here in the Philippines. Bye.